Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Flywheels doing a little setting up here. But your host is back with another affordable group break on Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Up on deck tonight, we have a hobby box of 1999 Bowman Series 1. Not the strongest rookie class, but the potential of some good stuff could be lurking in the box. If nothing else, we do have those international parallels and the chrome. But yeah, maybe a Kerrywood auto. Who knows? So we will get started momentarily. I'll give it a minute or two. See if any other people jump on. Holiday weekend, so we may have more people watching the replay than live with us tonight, which is completely fine. I understand. I got a lot going on as well. Apologize for the slightly delayed start tonight. And just like that, we've got Rick in the house. Good evening, Rick. Hope everything is good over on the West Coast. And we got Ben. Good evening, sir. All right. Go ahead and get the cellophane off the box. Look how faded the color is, the ink is on these packs. These are horrible, and oh my gosh, the whatever color this box was, you can actually see through now. You can see that old Arizona logo right here on that pack. That's funny. It's got some old marks on the box. Hopefully everything will be good. Yeah, Braves couldn't finish off the Padres. Acuna leads off with a homer, and then he finishes the game with a line out to second to end the game. I missed the beginning because I was out to eat with my family, but did get home enough, like at the last to see the last like 2 innings to see them choke and lose. I think the Braves need a new closer, because Raisel Iglesias has not been cutting it. All right, guys, here we go. If you are not familiar with 99 Bowman, here you go. You got a black wood grain finish. The Bowman logo is in a blue foil. The name is in a silver foil. You got a facsimile signature on the right side of the card. Pretty decent design. There is your card back. It's a typical bio. You have a scouting report and a minor league, some minor league stats. And then, so this is Jeff Leifer for the White Sox. And then the rookie cards have the additional little banner under the logo. This is Mike Nannini for the Astros, excuse me. Michael, I always have a hard time pronouncing his last name. Cuddier, something like that. The veterans, though, have the red foil and then the red trim around the middle of the card. Chuck Finley for the Angels. David Justice for the Tribe. Luis Rivera for the Braves. Kevin Witt for the Jays. Chad Hermanson, Pirates. Nate Bump, Giants. And a international parallel, Todd Walker for Minnesota. And it shows a picture of where they're from, and in this case, he is from Bakersfield, California. So that's the California coast. And then we got a Series 1 checklist, which these will just be, I don't know how many we'll get, but we'll random these off. But I remember when Bowman did the guaranteed value. So if you collected the set, you could fill out this form, send it in, and in that case, you would have got $125. If between August 31st, 2002 and December 31st, 2002. Small window of time, but all right. Let's see. By the way, what are we chasing? We've got Scout's Choice inserts 1 in 12, late bloomers are 1 in 12, blue foil autograph 1 in 162, silver foil autographs are 1 in 486, gold foil autos 1 in 1,954. So the overall autographs are 1 in 14, or 114. And a sequentially numbered Bowman Gold are 1 in 11, or 1 in 111 packs. So the odds aren't in our favor for some of those things, but Mark Grace, Cubs, Michael Barrett, Expos, Chris Gasell, Cubs, Jeff Urban, Giants, Marlon Anderson, Philly, Alex Hernandez for the Pirates, Kevin Barker for the Brewers, Eric Vallant, Padres, Barry Bonds for the Giants. The international is a Mark McGuire and another checklist. Jack Cust, Arizona. Kit Pello, Royals. Chris George, Royals. David Cone, Yankees. Paul O'Neill, Yankees. Chris Haas, Cardinals. Derek Bell, Astros. Corey Lee, Rangers. Mike Messina, Orioles, and a Jarrett Wright International for the Tribe. Good evening, Jared. We just started. Only a couple packs in. Jock Jones for the Twins. Cal Ripken. Orioles. Trot Nixon. Red Sox. Tony Torquato. Giants. Eric Karros. Dodgers. Carlos Feebles. Royals. Odalis Perez. Braves. Matt Clement. The Padres. Alex Gonzalez for the Fish. And a Mitch Mollusky International for the Astros. Good evening, Hal. I don't know if you saw that, but we just got a base Ripken for your Orioles. I have a Clayton Andrews for the Jays, Wes Helms, Braves, Ramon Hernandez for the Athletics, John Olaru, Mets, Rick Elder, Orioles, Doug McKenowitz, Twins, Brian Hunter, Tigers, Alex Gonzalez, Jays, Bernie Williams, Yankees, and a Bruce Chen International. Nice. It's a little PC that I rarely do anything with, but Bruce Chen and I were born on at least the same day and month. He was born in, no, excuse me. That's right. We have the exact birthday, June 19th, 1977. So, little PC that I rarely do anything with, but don't have that one. And apparently we are getting a checklist in every pack, so everybody should be able to get one. Nelson Lara for the Fish. Gabe Molina, Orioles. Ricky Leday, Yankees. Pat Henkin for the Jays. Kurt Schilling, Philly. Roy Halladay, Jays. Jeff Yoder, Cubs. John Curtis for the Red Sox. Julio Ramirez for the Fish. And a Nick Johnson International for the Yankees. See if we can't speed it up just a smidge. Phil Norton, Cubs. Jeff Cirillo, Brewers. Ryan Glenn, Rangers. Jorge Posada, Yankees. Pedro Martinez for the Red Sox. J.M. Gold for Milwaukee. Chuck Abbott, the Angels. Ryan Anderson for the Mariners. Cesar King, Rangers. And a Brett Tomko International for the Reds. For Jared's Reds. Damaso Marte, Mariners. Danny Clausen, Diamondbacks. Corey Koski, Twins. Pat Burrell for the Philly. Surprised no one took Philly. Gil Mechie for the Mariners. Nate Cornejo for Detroit. Manny Ramirez for Cleveland. Sandy Alomar for Cleveland. Shane Reynolds, Astros. And a Eric Valent International Parallel. Bunch of California kids. Tony Armas Jr., Expos. John Smoltz, Braves. Ben Petrick, Rockies. Juan Guzman for the Orioles. Jim Edmonds, Angels. Brian Simmons for the White Sox. Milton Bradley, Expos. Mamon Tucker for the Orioles. Josh McKinley, Expos. And a Corey Koski International from Canada. The Canuck. That's a cool story, Hal. Speaking of Boston, I am going to my very first Red Sox game next month, and I am freaking over the moon excited. We are flying into Manchester, New Hampshire, and then we're going to be driving up the coast to Maine to visit family. But we're going to hit up I believe it's going to be the Rays. We could have seen the Yankees and Red Sox, but holy crap, the price of tickets went up significantly from the Rays to the Yankees. So, but I'm so excited about visiting Fenway. All right, we have Onan Masaoka for the Dodgers. We have a David Risk or something like that. For Cleveland, Octavio Dotel. For the Mets, we have L'Oreal Gonzalez. Rockies, Ben Grieve. For the A's, Scott Schoenwise. For the Angels, Adrian Beltre. Dodgers, Ruben Mateo. Rangers, Mariano Rivera. For the Yankees, and a Mike Nannini parallel. Astros. Looks like he is from Nevada. Jason Delalaro for the Sox. Chuck Knobloch, Yankees. Wade Miller, Astros. Orlando Hernandez, Yankees. Terrence Long, Mets. Mike Lincoln, Twins. Eric Young, Dodgers. Armando Rios, Giants. Jose Guillen, Pirates. And a Jeff Lifer, something like that. Parallel. Another California kid, apparently. This pack is our halfway point. Jason Dewey for the Angels. We have Jeremy Giambi for the Royals. Ricardo Arambulis for the Yankees. John Valentine, Red Sox. Greg Maddux, Braves. Scott Ellerton for the Astros. Joe Lawrence for the Jays. Chris Jones, Giants. Aramis Ramirez, the Pirates. And a Paul Hoover International parallel for the Rays. Alrighty. Half the way through. Good night, Hal. Appreciate you stopping in. Justin Bowles for the A's. Todd Sears, Rockies. Jared Sandberg for the Rays. Jason Tyner, Mets. Chu Freeman for the Rockies. Andy Brown, Yankees. Ray Durham, White Sox. Rusty Greer, Tigers. Jeff Shaw, Dodgers. And Mario Encarnacion, international parallel for the A's. He is from the Dominican Republic. So a true international. Well, we got a sighting for the kid, King Griffey. Paul Hoover for the Rays. Ray Langford, Cardinals. Barry Larkin for the Reds. Ruben Rivera, Padres. Brad Penny for the Diamondbacks. Pat Klein, don't call him Patsy, Cubs. Russell Brandon for Cleveland. Juan Mello for the Padres. And a international Scott Schoenwise for the Angels. Looks like he is from Jersey. Billy Kosh, I'm not sure. For the Jays, Matt Birch. For the Royals, Ron Billiard. For the Brewers, Robert Fick. For the Tigers, Jake Westbrook, Expos, Juan Encarnacion for the Tigers, Scott Hunter, the Mets, Galvin Pickering for the Orioles, Kerry Wood for the Cubs, and a Kurt Schilling international. He is from Alaska. I did not know that. Uh-oh, we got something shiny here. Got a shiny. So we'll just slide that shiny to the back. Brent Butler for the Cardinals, Moises Alou. For the Astros, we got Arturo McDowell for the Giants, Jose Cruz Jr. for the Jays. We have a international, Jeff King for the Royals. He is from Indiana. Scott Randall for the Rockies, Al Leiter for the Mets, Brad Fulmer for the Expos, Mike Wicca for the Rangers, and oh, nice, a late bloomers, John Smoltz. Kind of a little psychedelic swirl, metallic foil. Late bloomers. Very cool. Slide that over there. Let's see. Late bloomers were 1 in 12, so by the odds, we should see another, but I'm surprised we haven't seen one of those Scouts Choice. Those are 1 in 12 as well. Jarrett Wright for Cleveland, Kyle Peterson for the Brewers, Glenn Davis for the Dodgers, Darren Erstad for the Angels. Hey, there we go. There's a Scouts Choice. Michael Barrett for the Expos. Excuse me. Dan Reichert for the Royals. Mark Osborne, Diamondbacks. Jason Bakers for the Indians. Jack Crescend for the Red Sox, and Arturo McDowell international for the the Giants. He is from Mississippi. Got 5 people watching, but everybody's being so quiet tonight. Mitch Molesky, Houston, excuse me. Bruce Chin for the Braves. Scott Erickson, Orioles. Sean Spencer for the Mariners. Alex Ramirez for Cleveland. Cole Linick, or something like that. The Red Sox, Todd Walker. The Twins, Larry Walker. For the Rockies, Jeff King. Royals, and a Freddie Garcia international. For the Pirates, he is from the Dominican Republic. I went to the Dominican Republic on my honeymoon. Jack Cust, Bruce Chin, seen those already. Scott Erickson, Orioles, Chuck Finley, Angels, Alex Ramirez, Dan Reichert, Kevin Witt, Chad Hermanson for the Pirates, Nate Bump. International is Jose Cruz Jr. He is from Puerto Rico. These packs are like disintegrating in my hands. But at least there's no bricking. That's nice. Jock Jones, Kit Pillow, Michael Cutter, Jeff Urban for the Giants, David Justice, Luis Rivera, Kevin Barker, Eric Valent, Barry Bonds. International is Chad Hermanson from Utah. goes to the Pirates. I think that's the only card in that whole pack that we had not already seen. Just a handful of packs to go. Got another Iron Man, Mr. Ripken, Michael Barrett, Chris Gasell for the Cubs. We have a Paul O'Neill for the Yankees, Marlon Anderson for Philly, Alex Hernandez for Pirates, Derek Bell, Corey Lee for Texas, Mike Messina, and a Tony Torquato for the Giants. That's the international. Clayton Andrews, Wes Helms, Chris George, David Cone, Tony Torquato, Chris Haas, Odalis Perez, Matt Clement, Alex Gonzalez, and the parallel is Derek Bell for Houston from Florida. All right, 2 to go. Final 2 packs. Nelson Lara, Andres Galarraga for the Braves, Trot Nixon, Pat Henkin, Eric Karros for the Dodgers, Doug McKenowitz, the Twins, Brian Hunter, Alex Gonzalez, Bernie Williams, Juan Guzman, international parallel for the Orioles from the Dominican Republic. And the last pack. So it doesn't look like our 1 in 12 inserts are right on the money, but got a Manny Ibar, Keith Luloa for the Angels, Ramon Hernandez, John Olerud, Rick Elder, Carlos Feebles, Jeff Yoder, John Curtis, Julio Ramirez, and the final international is Mark Grace from North Carolina. I did not know that. Winston-Salem. Interesting. All right, so a lot of base, of course. One per pack of the international parallels. I feel like we got more of the veterans than we did the prospects. 2 inserts, Scout's Choice, Michael Barrett for the Expos, and a late bloomers, John Smoltz for the Braves. And guys, that is it. Do have a stack of the checklist, so I don't know how many I got here. I think we had 15 different participants, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So everybody will get a checklist in their stack, whether you want it or not. You're getting it. But that is it. And guys, this is going to be the last traditional group break for the next, dare I say, month. So I've been hinting at trying something that I've never done before over the last couple of weeks. And I'll go ahead and kind of walk you through this because it's going to be a lot to type when I do the sign up page. But we're going to do, I've got a lot of cards that I just want to move. And most of you know by now, if you've been with me for a while, I don't really sell cards. It's very rare that I list anything on eBay. I do a lot of trading, though for the last year or so, I have not done any trading through the trading card database just because I just haven't had time. I'm afraid if I turn those trades on, I'm going to get inundated with requests because that's how it was last time I had them turned on. So I've got a lot of cards that I just want to move. And so I thought, why don't I try something different, have a little fun with it? So we're going to have a break next week in the loosest sense, um, where every team will be listed. Um, so for teams that have moved, so like the Expos and the Nationals would just be one slot, for like that. But the Braves will be available for Hal or Zach or whoever else wants to try to get the Braves. The Braves will be available. But what is going to happen is essentially I'm going to try to do my best to give you a teaser picture of what I've got. But essentially, guys, I'm going to let you name the price. There's not going to be a price on the sign up. So essentially, what you'll do is you will claim your team, and then I will let you send me via PayPal whatever you want to pay. If you want to pay $1, you pay $1. If you want to pay a little bit more, you can pay a little bit more. What essentially I have, hold on for 1 second. Let me grab some stuff off the shelf beside me. So for when I open cards for myself, anything that if I'm not building the set or if I don't get cards of players that I'm chasing, I've just kind of set those aside. Or as I've gone through stacks and stacks of stuff, I've unearthed inserts, parallels, even some autos, a little bit of vintage, like pre like 70s. I don't think there's anything older than, I don't think there's like any 60s, but I think there's some 70s cards of star players, not just scrubs. But all sorts of cards of modern stars, not a whole lot of junk wax stuff, but just stuff that I've opened. Maybe it's stuff that I was going to build a set and I changed my mind. So like, for instance, I've got a whole mess of 2022 Topps Gallery. The packs have been opened, but I have all of the cards here that I just opened the packs and put them back. This was a set that I was going to build. So like here is an example here right out of the box. Here's a Vladimir Guerrero. This is some type of insert. It's PG3, so I'm not exactly sure what that insert's called. And then there are, if memory serves me correctly, there are plenty of parallels in this box or set too. So like here is a Master Strokes insert of pull holes. So like literally, I didn't take anything out of these cards. There might have been one or two Braves that were removed, but there are plenty of Braves. There are plenty of chippers. As I built my chipper binder, there are plenty of doubles that I have from chipper that will be in the box, and other Braves. I've got a couple of blasters of 2023 Big League. I know, not the most exciting thing. The packs have been opened, but literally I opened the pack, put them right back in. This was a set that I toyed with the idea of building the set. So all of the parallels and inserts are all still in here. I mean, literally, they're all here. I've got a couple of these. I've got a couple of fat packs of Big League that have been ripped. But then I have a ton of other loose cards, some that are sleeved and then top loaders, all sorts of stuff, guys. I don't know. This may blow up my face. You may not be interested in it. I'm going to try to do a better like I said, I'm going to try to get a small selection of, or just take a picture of this big box that I have downstairs in my office or in my other room of what we have. So it's a my long-winded way of saying this will just be a smorgasbord of product. It will 99% of it is baseball, though I'm probably going to throw in like a Pokemon slot and a Marvel slot, because I know that there are some Pokemon cards. I've got some Marvel cards, mostly modern Marvel stuff, like Upper Deck Marvel stuff, that I'll make a slot for. So, but the most of it will be, the majority of it's baseball, and it's not going to hurt my feelings if you don't want to gamble and you're only willing to pay $1 or two. That's okay with me. I just want to move this stuff. I want to get it into hands of people that will hopefully appreciate it or can use it for their trade fodder or whatever the case may be. So something different. I got to figure out a way to put all that in words for a post, but I will do my best to get a post. I should, since it's a holiday weekend, I should be able to get it up, though I may not post it Monday night. I'll probably wait and post it on Tuesday, just in case people are out having fun Memorial Day, Monday evening or whatnot. So I'll probably post it on Tuesday, but that's it. This is just a very small sampling. I don't want to show too much, but I will say, as I was going through, there's some doozy cards that are going in that I have for certain teams. But again, I don't want to tip my hat, but yeah, hopefully it's fun. Thanks for saying that, Rick. But that's probably going to be the last break for at least 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks, maybe all of June. I may take off. I'm not 100% sure yet, guys. Probably not the entire month, but it will probably be for after this break next week. Probably take at least a 3-week break, so I can travel and do some stuff with my family. But hopefully we go out with a bang, have some fun, and you get some cool stuff too. And again, affordable. What is affordable for you? It's whatever you want to pay. All right. That's enough of me rambling. I'll put it all in a post. Look for it on Tuesday in the Facebook group. Until then, have a great Memorial Day weekend. And don't eat too many hot dogs. Enjoy some baseball. And we'll see you back here next week for our Pay What You Want experiment. But that's it. Have a great holiday weekend. Take care.